Everyone said she was just shy. She didn't speak up in class. She never wanted to go to birthday parties. Every school morning ended in tears. Her stomach hurt constantly. And every adult in her life said the same thing. She'll grow out of it. Some children are just like that. And she didn't grow out of it because it wasn't shyness, it was anxiety, and nobody caught it for years. Research tells us that 1 in 8 children has an anxiety disorder and 80% of them never receive treatment. Not because the anxiety isn't there, but because anxiety in children doesn't look the way most people expect it to. Here is the most important thing to understand about childhood anxiety. It almost never looks like an adult worrying. Adults can recognize their anxiety, they can name it, say, I am feeling anxious right now. Children cannot do this. Children's brain are still developing. The part that identifies and labels emotion, the prefrontal cortex, is not yet fully online. So instead of saying, I feel anxious, they say, my tummy hurts. They cry without knowing why. They explode in anger. They refuse to go to school. They clench. Anxiety is deeply internal. It dominates a child's thought, but it may be completely invisible to the people around them until it isn't, until it comes out sideways. So let me show you what anxiety actually looks like in children, because once you see this, you will not miss it again. The first and most commonly missed sign is physical: stomach ache, headaches, muscle ache, nausea. A child who visits the school nurse regularly. A child who complains of feeling sick every single Monday morning. These are not excuses. These are real physical sensations the body responses to a nervous system under stress. The second sign is avoidance. Refusing to go to school, refusing birthday parties, refusing to answer in class, not wanting to try anything new, asking to leave even early. Every time. Avoidance feels like relief to an anxious child, but every time they avoid, the anxiety grows stronger. The third sign surprises most parents because it looks nothing like worry. Irritability, anger, tantrum, emotional outbursts. An anxious child who cannot name what they feel and cannot escape what is triggering them often explodes. This gets labeled as defiance, bad behavior, or a difficult temperament. It is anxiety coming out the only way it can. And the fourth sign, excessive reassurance seeking. The child who asks the same question 10 times. Are you sure everything will be okay? Will you definitely pick me up? What if something bad happens? They are not being manipulative. Their anxious brain is searching desperately for certainty in an uncertain world. Anxiety in children is not one thing. It comes in different form and each one looks different. Separation anxiety, extreme distress when separated from parents, cringing at school drop-off, refusing sleepovers, constant worry that something will happen to a parent while they are apart. Social anxiety, intense fear of being judged, embarrassed, or humiliated. Not just shyness, a child who is so afraid of saying the wrong thing that they stop speaking altogether. Generalized anxiety, worry that jumps from topic to topic. School, family, health, world event, the child who is always waiting for something bad to happen. And selective mutism, a child who speaks at home but is completely silent at school. This is not defiance, this is anxiety so severe that the child literally cannot make their voice work in certain environment. So what do you do if you recognize your child in any of this? First, do not dismiss it and do not push them to just get over it. Telling an anxious child to stop worrying is like telling someone with a broke leg to just walk it off. The anxiety is real, the fear is real, even when the threat isn't. Second, validate before you solve. Before you reassure, fix, or explain, say, I can see this feels really scary for you. That makes sense. A child who feels understood is far more able to face their fear than one who feels dismissed. Third, gently encourage facing fear. In small steps, avoidance feels like relief, but it feeds the anxiety. Each small steps towards the fear thing teaches the brain, I can handle this, I am safe. And fourth, seek professional support early. Untreated childhood anxiety doesn't just go away. Research shows it predicts adult anxiety, depression, and poor academic outcomes. The earlier it is addressed, the better the outcome. CBT, cognitive behavior therapy, has strongest evidence base for childhood anxiety, and it works. Anxiety is not a character flaw, it is not bad parenting, it is not something a child chooses. An anxious child is not a difficult child. They are a child in distress who has not yet been given the language or the tools to show you what they are carrying. If this helped you see your child differently today, share it with one parent who needs to hear it. Subscribe for more. I post every week. I am Shalini, psychologist, special educator, and ABA therapist. Take care of yourself so you can take care of them.